Okay, good afternoon, students. In yesterday's class, we were analyzing the behavior of inductor in electrical circuit, correct? We were analyzing the behavior of inductor in electrical circuit. Now, we had already seen when the constant current is flowing, what or how this inductor behaves. This would behave as a normal conductor. This we have completely analyzed this situation. In the second case, we were still to do this thing, correct? We are still to analyze this portion. Okay, so see this one. So what do you think will happen here? What do you think will happen in this case? Yes, I remember in yesterday's class I had discussed a little bit about this. What will happen? We had discussed a little bit. Okay, we'll write it step by step. Just all of you follow. Okay. Now, if current is increasing with respect to time, just try to answer the question what I'm asking you. Okay. If the current is increasing with respect to time, understood? If current is increasing with respect to time, what happens? Okay. What happens to the magnetic field? What happens to magnetic field? Yes. Magnetic field increases with respect to time. Okay. This implies magnetic field increases with respect to time. If magnetic field is increasing with respect to time, can I say magnetic flux also increases with respect to time? Can I say magnetic flux also increases with respect to time? Yes. Okay. If magnetic flux increases with respect to time, so can I say EMF will get induced? Can I say EMF gets induced? EMF gets induced. Okay. Now, if EMF is getting induced, can I say current is induced? Can I say current is induced? Do you understand this now? Can I say current gets induced? Okay, fine. The current will get induced. Now, this induced current will try to support this change or will try to oppose this change. Yes. This induced current, the induced current, okay? The induced current will oppose, okay, its own cause, correct? Will oppose its own cause. Now, if I'm saying if it is opposing its own cause, okay, so will it try to increase this current? Will it try to increase this current or will it try to decrease this current? Will it try to increase this current or will it try to decrease this current? Yes. Will it try to increase this current or will it try to decrease this current? It will try to decrease this current. Okay. So what we can write, induced current tries to decrease the main current. It will try to decrease the main current. So how the EMF is getting induced and how the current is opposing. Now, if there is a current which is opposing this current, if there is a current which is opposing this current, so it has to be in the same direction, or will it be in the opposite direction? Which is the correct direction? Is this the correct direction of induced, or this is the correct direction? A or B? Which direction is correct? A or B? Which is correct? Which one is correct? A or B? Yes, B is correct direction. So this is the direction of induced current. This is the direction of induced current. At a B point, if I draw, it should be like this. This is induced current. Okay. This is induced current. Do you understand this now? Now, if I want to draw this as a cell, because EMF is getting induced, so I have to draw. Will I draw it like this? You just check how we have to draw it. Whether we should draw it like this, okay, or we should draw it like this. In which case, the main current, this is the main current, suppose this is the main current, in which case the current will be, induced current will oppose, in the first case or in the second case? In the first case or in the second case, in which case the induced current is going to oppose the main current? Case 1, case 2. It's case 2. It's case 2 in which the induced current will oppose the main current. It is case 2, not case 1. Okay. If anybody who is understanding, it should be case 1. So just see the direction of induced current. It should be in this direction. This is the induced EMF. So it should go like this. So I induced and the main current are getting added. They are getting added. See, they are in the same direction. So this is wrong. It should not support. It should oppose its own cause. In the second direction, in the second case, see the current. See this current. It will move in this direction. Okay. So it's the second case where the induced current is trying to oppose its own cause. So this will be the imaginary situation, imaginary circuit. Okay, if you want to draw the imaginary circuit, which will have cell across AB, so this is the thing. Have you understood this case? Did you understand this case? Is there any doubt? Yes, is there any doubt with anyone? Is there anyone who is having still any doubt? Okay, so case 3, will you analyze, or I should do that? Case 3, I should do that, or will you do it? The case 3 is when the current is decreasing with the time. Case 3. Case 3. Yes. Case 3. If the current decreases with time. If current decreases with respect to time. So just see here. Okay. Okay, I'll just give you the hint. Okay. I will just give you the hint and leave it up to you to solve this. Tomorrow we can analyze this case. Okay. Everything will be just opposite. Everything will be just opposite of the case 2. So the answer you know now. Okay. The answer you know. The direction of the current will be also opposite. If this is the main current, okay, if this is the main current, this is A, this is B, across AB and the inductor is connected, I decreases with respect to time. Verbally I will tell you, and then An important point is there. Tomorrow I will tell that, not today. Tomorrow we will discuss that point when you give me the answer for this. Okay, when you completely analyze this. Okay, so see here, if current is decreasing, magnetic field will decrease. If magnetic field is decreasing, flux will decrease. If flux is decreasing with respect to time, so what is happening? What is happening? EMF will be induced. Okay, EMF will be induced because the flux is changing with respect to time. Now, flux is decreasing here. Flux is decreasing here. Okay, so the current induced will support its change, or it will oppose its change. Any change which is happening, the current, the induced current will support that, or will it oppose that? Yes, will it support that, or will it oppose that? It will oppose. It will oppose. Why it will support? It will oppose. Why it will support? Okay, Vimal Raj. It is oppose, not oppo. Okay. Are you a brand ambassador of that company or what? Huh? It will oppose. Okay, it won't support. Now, if it is opposing, okay, if it is opposing, so how it will oppose? It will increase the main current, or it will decrease the main current? Will it increase the main current, or will it decrease the main current? In order to oppose its own cause, will it increase the main current, or will it decrease the main current? It will increase the main current. It will increase the main current. Anyway, I'll analyze it. I'll write it. You just follow. Okay, you just answer to the questions. You just answer to the questions. I'm writing it now itself. Okay, I'll not leave it for tomorrow. See this. If current is decreasing with respect to time, what will happen to the magnetic field? Yes. What will happen to the magnetic field? Magnetic field also decreases with respect to time. What will happen to magnetic flux? What will happen to magnetic flux? It also decreases with respect to time. If magnetic flux is decreasing with respect to time, I can say d phi by dt is a non-zero value. If it is a non-zero value, can I say EMF gets induced? Can I say it like that? That the EMF gets induced. Hence, current induces. Hence, current gets induced. Hence, current gets induced. Now, this current which is getting induced, it will oppose its own cause. Okay. So I'm writing that the induced current, okay, opposes its own cause. It would oppose its own cause. Now, what is the cause happening? What is happening? The current is decreasing. Okay, the current is decreasing. So what is happening? The induced current will oppose its own cause. So what is happening actually? What is actually happening? Which cause? Which cause? Current decreasing. Decrease in current. Okay, what is the cause? Decrease in main current. This is the only cause, no? What is the cause? What is the cause of everything? Because you are decreasing the current, because you are decreasing the main current. Because we are decreasing the main current, and that's the cause. That's the cause. Now, to oppose that decrease, to oppose the decrease in current, to oppose the decrease in current, okay, what you should do? You should induce a current which will increase this current. Okay, to oppose the decrease in current, we should increase the current. Okay, we should increase the current. Now, which current will increase the main current? Induced current will increase the current. Yes or no? To oppose that decrease, what you should do? You should increase the current. How will you increase the current? How will you increase the current? So that the induced current is in the same direction of the main current. So will I draw it in this case now? Yes. Or will I draw it like this only? In which case, this is the external battery. This is the imaginary cell. This red color is the imaginary cell. In which case the current is supported. This is the main current, suppose this is the main current I, in which case induced current should be there. First case, the first case only, see, in the first case only it is supporting. In the first case only it is supporting. In this case it's wrong. Okay, in this case that is wrong. So which is the case? This is the correct thing. This is the correct thing. Did you understand this complete discussion now? Case 3, did you all understand? Case 3, did you all understand? Or is there anyone who is having any kind of doubt? You just ask now itself. Is there anyone who is having any kind of doubt? You just ask now itself. Okay, fine. Now, you just try to visualize one thing. You all try to visualize one thing. In first case, sir, how case 1 if current decreases? How case 1 if the first the main current has to be supported. So the induced current will be in the same direction or in opposite direction. The main current, you should support the main current. Okay, you should support the main current. In order to oppose the decrease in main current, in order to oppose the decrease in main current, you should support the main current. Okay, using Lenz's law. So what you should do now, just see by the example. All those who have not understood, see by the example. See this thing. Initially, see here, what is happening over here? Initially, if you are having a inductor, okay, now you are having a current 10 ampere, okay, 10 ampere current is flowing. 10 ampere current is flowing. Now what you are doing? You are decreasing this current. You are decreasing it. Okay, remember this thing. You are decreasing this current, and now the value of current becomes 8. How much it has decreased? 2. By 2 it has decreased. Now what will induced EMF, what will induced current do? What will induced EMF will do? Will it make this 8 again 10, or will it decrease 8 further? What will the induced EMF try to do? Will it try to increase this 8 back to 10, or will it decrease this 8 back further? Yes, this induced EMF will increase the current from 8 ampere to 10 ampere, or will it decrease the current from 8 ampere to further lower value? Further it will decrease. It will bring it back towards 10. Why it will further decrease? The current, the induced EMF is opposing. The induced EMF is opposing this decrease. Induced EMF is opposing this decrease in current. If it is opposing this decrease in current, so it will further decrease or it will further increase? It will further increase the current, and it will try to bring it back to 10. So in order to do that, the current, the induced current should be in the same direction to that of main current. Okay, so this is how it is done. Now, all of you just see this first case. You just tell me, if the current is constant, what was this inductor behaving like? What was this conductor behaving like if the current is constant? Yes, if the current is constant, what is this what is this inductor behaving like? Is it behaving like a normal conductor? Is it behaving like a normal conductor? Is it behaving like a normal conductor? Yes. Okay, fine. It is behaving like a normal conductor. So I'm not doing any change. I am not doing any change. It is like that itself. I'm not doing any kind of change. Then it is like that. Now, in second case, I am increasing. I'm trying to increase the current. I am trying to increase the current. What is this inductor doing? Is it opposing me? I am trying to increase the current. What is this inductor trying to do? Is it trying to oppose me? Is it trying to resist me or oppose me? Yes or no? I am trying to increase the current, but this inductor is saying no. You cannot do that. I will decrease the effect whatever you are doing. Is it fine? Is it trying to do like that? In case 3, when I'm trying to decrease the current, it is saying no, you cannot decrease the current. I will bring this current, whatever decrease you have done, I will bring it back to the same value. Is it doing like that? Yes. Is it doing like that? Yes. So in case 1, when I am leaving this conductor with a constant current, I am not doing anything. So it is not reacting. But as I increase the current, or if I decrease the current, suddenly it is resisting any change. Suddenly it is resisting the change. Now, in class 11th, we have studied inertia. Now, what is inertia? If I don't apply any external force, so what is happening? The body will keep on be like either at rest or either in uniform motion. It will not do anything. But if I try to disturb it, will inertia of the body resist me? Will inertia of the body resist me? Will the inertia of body resist me? Yes or no? If I apply a force on a body, okay, if I try to change the position, if I try to change the state of the body, the inertia will try to resist me. Okay. In the same way, self-inductance of the coil is doing. If you closely observe, self-inductance of the coil is doing the same thing. What it is doing? When I'm leaving it, it is behaving like a normal. Okay. If current I is flowing, current I will continue to flow. But as soon as I do any kind of change to it, it is trying to oppose me, as inertia does. So what inertia is a property? Inertia is a property of a body which tries to resist any kind of force or any kind of change in state to it. Same way self-inductance tries to oppose whatever change you are doing to it. So self-inductance of the coil plays the same role as inertia does for the body. I'm repeating my sentence. Self-inductance of the coil, okay, self-inductance of the coil plays the same role. Self-inductance of the coil plays the same role as inertia does for a body. Do you understand this now? Do you understand this point now? Yes. Now, is there any doubt? Once more, you want me to repeat? Self-inductance. Okay, I'll write it. That's better. If people are not paying attention. See here. Self-inductance. Self-inductance of coil. okay, plays the same role as inertia does for a body. Okay, now inertia, and self-inductance I have told you. What is self-inductance? When the current is constant, it will behave like a normal conductor. When you try to increase the current or when you try to decrease the current, it will try to oppose you. So this is what self-inductance is. What is inertia? If the body is kept simply, okay, under balanced forces, it is not doing anything. But as soon as an unbalanced force is there, it will try to oppose that change. Okay, that is inertia. That means induced EMF wants to bring the original current. Correct. It will try to bring back, okay, it will try to bring back to its original position. Okay, it will try to resist. Now, again, there is a point that you should understand. It is trying to bring. So it is not possible that it will always be doing that. It is not like it will always be doing that. Like inertia of the body resists you. It is not always that it is capable of resisting you. Suppose a body is there, if I apply a force on it, so it tries to resist me, but it's not always that it will not be moving. It will move. If I put a extra force, if I move beyond its threshold limit, it will move. So again, you don't get confused that opposing does not means it will not allow, okay, it will not allow 8 ampere to flow through it. It will allow. Okay, that we'll see in the later on. Okay, that we'll see later on. There is an analogy between self-inductance and inertia. Yes, there is an analogy between self-inductance and inertia. You just think what is the definition of inertia. You just recall what is the definition of inertia. All of you just for 15 seconds recall what is the definition of inertia. In your mind, recall, all of you. What is inertia? Inertia is a characteristic of a body due to virtue of which it resists any change done to it. Yes or no? What is inertia of a body? Inertia of a body is a property with which or by virtue of which the body resists any change done to it. Any change done to it. What is self-inductance? Self-inductance is a property of a coil due to virtue of which it will resist any change done to it. Is it not the same thing? Is it not the same thing? It is. It is the same thing only. So what self-inductance does in coil, the same thing inertia does for a body. I hope all of you are clear with this concept. I hope all of you are clear with this concept. Shall I move ahead now? Shall I move ahead? See, I don't know why few people are simply sitting and only 5-6 people are replying. I always see 4-5 people replying. What others are doing? I always see same names in the chat, but I can see almost 57 people. Okay, 2 are mine, 1 maybe coordinator sir. So 3 out of 54, only hardly 5 to 6 people replied this. Darshan, Tara, Ganesh, Nagraju, Sanjeet, Keshav. These people only reply. Balaji, okay. Remaining people, I don't know what they are doing. I don't get whether they are understanding or not. Why you people are present there or not? Shrija, are you there? Shrija, are you there? Shrija, are you there? See, she has just opened it and she's, I don't know where. See, most of the people are doing like this. See, if you're not paying attention, you'll not get anything. All those people who are simply sitting and not paying attention, okay? All those people who are simply sitting and not paying attention, you'll not be benefited. When the school gets reopened, all those people who are trying to study or who are studying, okay, who are working it out hard, they will have a lot of edge, because with the pace I'm going, I will be able to finish this portion at the end of October or before or mid November. Complete 12th syllabus I'll be able to finish by this speed. And the school, I don't think so, will open before that. So once the school gets reopened, okay, what will be done will be only revisions. Now, all those people who have not studied full year, they will cover up the syllabus, and all those people who have studied, they will revise the syllabus. So now it's up to you, okay? Now it's up to you whether you want to study or not. Still, she has not replied. Mahavishnu, are you there? Mahavishnu, are you there? If you're there, you just reply in the chat. Okay, fine, good. Then why are you not replying? Did you understand? So if you understood, just put a message in the chat. Is it very hard to press 2-3 buttons? Okay, fine. Now see what I'm planning to do. We'll just go through with the problems now. Okay, problems on Faraday's law and Lenz's law. There are total 25 questions here. Okay, we'll discuss few questions. We'll discuss few questions today, and this complete sheet will go as a homework today. 25 questions are there. This complete sheet will go as a homework today. Today I will discuss questions on Faraday's law. Tomorrow I will discuss the questions on motional EMF. Okay, I will stop the topic here itself. On Monday we can continue with the topic. Okay, today Faraday's law and Lenz's law questions. Next day motional EMF. Okay, so just read this question. Just read this first question and try to answer it. Read the first question and try to answer it quickly. In the previous batch, I have finished 15 problems. In the previous batch, I have answered, we have discussed 15 problems. Okay. So I will try to finish it like that. Okay. Very good, Mahavishnu. First answer you gave. Very good. C option. Is C correct for this? Is the C correct option for this? C is correct. Okay. The electromagnetic induction of an induced EMF in a coil is independent of resistance. Okay. Induced EMF does not depend upon resistance of the coil. Okay. So option C is correct. Anybody is having any doubt? If you have any doubt, you just stop me there. Okay. If you have any doubt, you just stop me there to discuss it. Fine. Anybody is having any doubt with this question? Induced EMF, how do we give? We give it like d phi by dt. Okay. So flux is there, time is there. Flux is there, time is there. EMF does not depend upon resistance. So option C. Question number 2. Question number 2. Question number 2. Option D. Lenz's law is a consequence of law of conservation of energy. It is a consequence of conservation of law of energy. Is it fine? It is the consequence of law of conservation of energy. Okay. Two answer is, the second answer is D. Okay. Mass is not there, na? Momentum means mass. Momentum means mass will come. Momentum means mass will come, dear. Okay. Momentum of a coil. Momentum means mass has to come. Where did we study mass is related with the EMF induced? Understood? Mass will should not be there. Energy is there. Energy, if a body is a massless like photon, then also you will have a mass energy. Okay. In electrostatic energy, you're not having mass. You are having charge over there. Okay. In magnetism potential energy, if magnetic potential energy, magnetic dipoles you are having. Okay. Magnetism you are having. So that is magnetic energy. Mass is not there. Okay. So momentum is not always conserved. Okay. Angular momentum is conserved, but energy will always be conserved. Okay. Question number 3. Question number 3. Question number 3. Option A, option D, option C. Option B is correct. Option B is correct. Okay, I got only one correct answer, two correct answer. From Ashok, Tara, and I don't know, your name is very typical. How do you pronounce it? Okay, leave that. Fine. So electromagnetic induction, the induced charge in the coil is independent of, no, not you, VRMS 12th Aniranchana Shri, I guess. Aniranchana. She also gave correct answer B. See how to calculate this. Niranchana. But you have written ANI. You have written A. Okay. See this question. So how do we write EMF? It is written as d phi by dt. It is written as d phi by dt. Okay. Now EMF is also written as I into R. EMF is also written as I into R. Okay. Now, can I write this equation as IR is equals to d phi by dt? Can I write that? Because EMF, both are EMF only, na? So either I write it as I into R or d phi by dt, both are the same thing. I can equate them. Now, current can I write as dq by dt? Can I write current as dq by dt? This, okay, into R, dt gets cancelled. dq into R is equals to d phi. What is dq now? What is dq? It depends upon change in flux. It depends upon resistance. So it does not depends upon time. This is an important equation. This is an important equation. So in question 1, that is EMF. That is EMF. How R will be there? How R will be there? That is induced EMF. d phi by dt. EMF does not depends upon resistance. EMF does not depends upon resistance. EMF does not depends upon resistance. Okay. Question number 4. Question number 4 and question number 3 are same. Don't do it wrong. Question number 4, question number 3 are same thing. That's why I have dragged this question number 3 solution till 4. What is the correct option? See it properly and then answer. All those who are answering B, see the correct answer properly See it properly. What is the correct answer? Why you are answering B? It's a D option. I don't know what you are looking at. Okay. Question number 5. Question number 5. Question number 5. A cylindrical bar magnet is kept along the axis of circular coil. So this is the circular coil. Okay. Circular coil. Okay. This is the circular coil. And along its axis, we have a magnet. Now, if I'm rotating it like this along its axis only. So what is happening? EMF will be in, see what will happen. There will be no current induced in the coil. Okay. There will be no current induced in the coil. Question number 6. Question number 6, you just see. Question number 6, you see. Question number 6, you just check. Option C. Is it okay? Option C. No, no, no. Not B. It's C. Just see here what will happen. When this magnet approaches the coil, so the EMF induced in the coil will oppose this or will it support it? This magnet tries to come. Okay. This magnet tries to come towards the coil. So this coil will oppose this movement of magnet or it will support the movement of the magnet. Yes, it will oppose the movement. Now, if it is opposing the movement, so the face which is facing upward, okay, will it have north polarity or will it have south polarity? The face facing upward of the coil, will it have north polarity to oppose or will it have south polarity to oppose? It will have north polarity. So north polarity means which current? Clockwise current or anti-clockwise current? North polarity means clockwise current or anti-clockwise current? North polarity means clockwise or anti-clockwise? North polarity means clockwise or anti-clockwise current? Anti-clockwise current. It's anti-clockwise current. Okay. So option number C. Option C. Okay. Question number 7. Question number 7. Question number 7. A coil having an area A0 is placed in a magnetic field which changes from B0 to 4B0 in a time interval T. The EMF induced in the coil will be. So Stanley, Niranjana, Nagraju, Tara, Deepika, Mohan, Vimal. Okay, all these people have given correct answer. No, B is wrong answer. B is wrong answer because flux we have to see. So initially the flux is suppose B0 A. Finally the flux will be 4B0 into A. The change in flux will be what? 3B0 into A and delta T is T. So option A. That's why option A. All those who have done 7th question, move on to 8th question. All those who have done 7th question, move on to 8th question. Slides I will not show you. You will solve the questions again and send in all nullity. Okay. You have to solve the questions again and you have to upload on Learnity. I'm not going to show you the solutions again. Don't worry. Question number 8. Question number 8. Option C. Option C. See here. Phi. D phi by dt we have to do. So it becomes 16t plus 3. Now d phi by dt at 4 second. So what will be the answer? 16 into 4 plus 3. This is 67. Now obviously this has to be with the minus sign. Okay. But we are not interested in writing with the minus sign. Okay. We are only interested in the magnitude. So 67 unit. Option C is correct. Okay. Option C is correct. Question number 9. Question number 9. The current flowing in two coaxial coils in the same direction. Okay. On increasing the distance between the two, the electric current will increase, decrease, remains unchanged, or the information is incomplete. This is a very important question. For understanding Faraday's and Lenz's law, this is important question. Okay. So Balaji, Deepika, Mahavishnu, they have given correct answer. Remaining 4 answers are wrong. Only 3. Balaji, Mahavishnu and Deepika. They have given correct answer. Remaining all the answers are wrong. Okay. Niranjana also, she is written correct. Option A is correct. Option A is correct. Just see, just try to understand this thing over here. Suppose we have a coil 1 and coil 2. They are having current in the same direction. They have current in the same direction. This is first coil, this is second coil. Now the flux, okay, flux in 1 due to 2, flux in 2 due to 1 at this position is 100 and 100. Okay, now if they are taken away, okay, if they are taken away from each other, the flux in 2 due to 1, the new flux in 2 due to 1 and the new flux in 1 due to 2, will it be less than 100 or will it be equal to 100 or will it be more than 100? Yes, the new flux will be more than 100. Will it be equal to 100 or will it be less than 100? When the coils are taken away from each other, try to understand that also. When the coils are taken away from each other, the flux will decrease, flux will be same, or flux will increase. Yes. It will be less than 100. Why it will be more than 100? It should be less than 100. They are moving away from each other. So the flux will be less than 100. How it can be more than 100? It should be less than 100. Now, the new flux has reduced by 10. The new flux has reduced by 10. Okay. Now, the induced EMF will support this change or will it oppose this change? The EMF induced will support this change or it will oppose this change? It will oppose this change. Now, opposing this change means what? Opposing this change means what? Bringing back this flux which has become 90 to 100. Opposing this decrease Opposing the decrease in flux means what? Increasing the flux back to 100. Opposing the decrease in flux means what? It means that we have to bring the flux again back to 100? Yes or no? Yes, we have to bring it back to 100. So in order to do that, will you decrease the current or we should increase the current? If they are moving away, okay, if you decrease it, so the flux will decrease further or it will increase? It will decrease if you are decreasing the current, but you have to increase the flux back to 100. So what we will do, we will increase the current, then only by increasing the distance, the flux would remain constant. Okay, so you should increase the current. The current will increase, the induced current will increase the main current. Okay. See this question number 10. The options are little having language problem. Okay. They are having little language problem, I guess. But still you can identify the correct statement. Question number 10. Question number 10. Yes, question number 10. What is the correct answer? Is it option B? Anybody is having any doubt? Do you want me to explain this or shall I leave this? Anyone who wants me to explain? Okay. See this question. So it says a copper ring is held horizontally, okay, and a bar magnet is dropped through the ring with its length along its axis. So if this is the ring, okay, and this is the bar magnet. This is the bar magnet, North Pole and South Pole. So this magnet falls due to mg force. This magnet falls due to mg force. As this comes down, which polarity will be developed in the coil? Which polarity will be facing the magnet? Which polarity will face towards the magnet? Yes, north polarity. Okay, north polarity will face towards the magnet. Now this north polarity in the coil and north polarity of the magnet, which force will be there? Which force will be there? Repulsive or attractive? It will be repulsive force. So the magnet will have a force like this. Magnet will have a force like this. Now the magnet is subjected to two force. Okay, the magnet is subjected to two force. One mg downward, one is magnetic force upward. So the net acceleration will be equal to g. Net acceleration will be greater than g, or net acceleration should be less than g. Yes. Which should be the correct option in this case? It should be less than g. It should be less than g. Okay. It should be less than g. Question number 11. Question number 11. There is little bit of misalignment in this question. Okay, but just manage with that. Magnetic flux they are asking us. So it is B dot A. Now, because it is placed perpendicular, so dot product if I take, so cos theta means cos 0, it becomes 1. So magnetic field is 10 to the power 3, area is 10 to the power minus 2. So there is no rocket science in this, 10 Weber. Okay, 10 Weber, option A. Question number 12. Quickly, question number 12 and 13. First come to question number 13. Question number 13 first. Question number 13 first. You have to do. The direction of induced EMF during electromagnetic induction is given by Lenz's law. Question number 12 now. Question number 12. A magnet is brought towards a coil, one is speedily, second slowly. Then the induced EMF, they are asking us about the induced EMF. Also, they are asking about the induced charge. Will be respectively. Okay. So option B, so many people are saying, and okay, that's for Lenz's law. Okay, question number 12. Now you have to write what is the solution. Question number 12, what is the answer? D. Option B is correct. Option B is correct. Now see here why. One, if I bring speedily. Second, if I bring slowly. So suppose phi 1 was 100. Okay, initially the flux is 100. And after certain time, the flux has become, phi 2 has become suppose 10. Now delta phi value, if I calculate a delta phi value, so it is 90 now. Now, if I bring speedily, so let us take that as 9 seconds. If I bring it very slowly, so let us take that 90 seconds. Now, EMF in first case, EMF in second case. So EMF in first case, I will calculate by 90 by 9, so that is 10. In second case, 90 by 90, that's 1. So I can see here that if I bring it fast, EMF is more. If I bring it slow, okay, the EMF is less. So there is no chance that when you bring it slowly, the EMF induced is more. So in first case, it should be more. So more in first case, more in first case. Option C, option D cannot be our correct answer. It should be between option A and B. Okay. Now, charge induced, I have told you it is calculated as phi by R. Now, resistance of the coil is not changing because you're not changing the coil. Now, either you bring it slowly or you are bringing it fastly. Okay. It is independent of time. Phi is independent. Change from initial to final is not depending upon the time. Okay. So, equal in both. More in first case, that's wrong thing. Okay. It is independent of the time. So, option B is correct. So, option B is correct. Fine. So, we have solved up to question number 13. Remaining questions, okay, all the questions, all the 25 questions will go as homework in Learnity. You just log in into your account and you can take the homework. And whatever will be the date, try to submit on Learnity itself. Tomorrow we'll do the questions on motional EMF. Quickly take the screenshots. Quickly take the screenshots. So this was the second case. First case, I hope you have taken yesterday itself. This is the second case, and this is the third case. Take it like this. Okay, so is there any doubt? Is there any doubt? Okay, so with this, I'll end this session. Thank you.